All right, let's talk about the only American-made product, to my knowledge, in the United States. I'm not sure what part of Annandale comes from the U.S., but I can truly say Zipp is, when it comes down to American-made product, is about as American as it gets. Although there's two, give you a little history on the company. We came kind of from that Formula One carbon fiber technology. A lot of engineers, the company actually started making carbon fiber parts for Formula One cars, for Indy cars, chassis, that kind of thing. The company kind of split off and went their own separate ways. And he decided to, stay involved with the bicycle wheel market. What that evolved into was really fast, the most adjustable handlebars in the marketplace, one of the most aerodynamic versions of that in the marketplace. It's basically designed off of a Formula One car. The VUCA Bull has been really more of a, I think, if you're going to get into a full Zipp system, the VUCA Bull is a little lighter, and with the clip, the VUCA clip features the most adjustable, I would say, most adjustable collet system in the industry, really.
Old complaint I got, you got the shifters run through there, and you got them all long, and you got to cut them down. Right. The specialized transmission has this stock of just the same piece of thing.
Okay.
And they're long as crap, but I'm going to have to pull the shifters out and rerun cable now and make it have those extensions now.
Well, now
that's the only drawback.
Yeah, and we're using the new integrated shifter now too. We're offering that as an option. So now it's going to be SRAM or Shimano. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And that's the, and I should have brought them in, but that's the integrated shifter that essentially it's patented again to where you do not move your hand position. You can shift without having to move up and move forward and aft. You essentially stay, in that position, locked in.
How do you do that? You got pictures of that?
I'll bring the bars in just a second. I'll show you. I didn't think to bring them in, but I thought we may have had some in here. I thought I sold you here. You have some of these things. You may have sold them.
It's not on the order now, and I didn't.
That's okay. I'll bring those in. We'll show them to you. So the cool thing about those extensions, they'll fit in any other company.
Yeah, they're all universal. Yeah.
So, and again, then we talk about another thing I want to bring in were handlebars. Shoulder.
We for bump jumping on motorcycles. Motocross, yeah.
Our handlebars have the most, I would say, if you look at weight and strength ratio, our bars test out to be the strongest and the lightest bars in the market.
So even over Easton, they're like.
Yeah. Well, I think Easton bars. I'm not even sure if they pass standards in Europe. There's a real stringent. Can't think of the name what Josh used. Jeez, I've really had something happen here. We pass all those European standards. Now also, there's up to about 30, I'd say 33 different combinations. When you look at 38 to 46, you look at the different drops we have, you look at the different shapes. There's up to 33, 35 different positions on our bars. So really, it's like a truly custom bar program. I did bring in.
Got some ibuprofen for you in the car.
I just got some embarrassing. I don't know, something just pulled, and I haven't done anything to really do that.
Isn't it awesome getting them? My elbows are shut.
Oh, that's a trick case.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So the 1080 last year was the first year for the 1080. Okay. Obviously, it's faster.
What is a 1080?
1080 is the depth of the rim.
The 80 is the depth. What's the 10?
The 10 is actually 1080 is the overall, like 808. I can get your catalog and give you the exact.
But we're talking diameter.
Depth. The depth.
So it's 1,080 like micromillimeters or whatever it is.
Yeah, and essentially that's the depth, and then the weight.
Okay. So 1080. So they're deeper than the 808.
Here's what happened with that.
Those are 100 basically, almost a little over 100.
So that wheel obviously had to be a little wider to accommodate the depth, and also became last year more elliptical. Now we have a patent on the elliptoid shape, because an elliptoid shape.
You mean this right here?
Yes, you can see how the wheel kind of how the surface. It's more elliptical versus straight. Wind will glance off that versus wind is
Sucking along the side of it.
here. So you look at an airplane wing, of course, the airflow what gives an airplane lift is a curvature of the wing. Same with the wheel. It's definitely more efficient. The wind adheres to it, doesn't glance off and cause turbulence. That wheel was kind of a benchmark for the wheels from 2009. We were able to change the 404 and 808 here and model it to 1080. The 1080 again would be in a benchmark. We were able to widen the 404, okay, make the 808 a little bit wider. So with that said, you've got somewhat of a wider rim profile compared to last year and a little more elliptical shape, so faster, okay? At the same time, we felt that it was ready, we were ready for a new hub, and we were able to widen this hub and really just create a whole new wheel system. And again, it is a system. If you can see here, this guy needed a 5mm. This is a little bit stubborn. You can pull out the race. And I'll show you what we were able to do. This cap is a little bit stubborn.
Give the good tools.
So if you notice, on the new wheels how the non-drive side or the drive side is radial laced.
Yeah.
Well, what happened there were a couple things. We were across last year. Well, the diameter, two things happened. The hub's wider, okay? The diameter of the flange increased.
Okay.
So we weren't able to use a cross on the spoke pattern on that side because the cassette would interfere. So we were able to change the spoke pattern, but also at the same time, since this flange increased, the spoke angle changed. So that enabled us to do a fully different pattern, lace pattern. And we also went from 24 spokes to 20. So
Sweet.
what we're able to do
Lightweight.
is take that wheel and make it the same weight as last year with fewer spokes.
Wow.
Now, since the change, what also changed on the spoke tensions, they're both more even, okay, compared to last year. Both sides, the drive and non-drive
Right, so
side,
you might have to rewind for
31
about 60 seconds.
or more
Before
equal.
So the spoke tension is more equal. What was right before that?
We went to
So we're in your elliptical.
the diameter of the hub, Jeff, is greater, so that changed the spoke angle, okay, between here and
So
here,
the diameter of the hub where in
in the outer flange.
the
Or the outer.
flange, your flange diameter. Okay.
So that made it stiffer. We feel like here to here. Also changed the spoke angle, so we changed lacing pattern.
Short spoke makes it different.
And also we were able to I think I talked about the tension being equal on both sides. Another thing that changed.
So they're the same. That's kind of unusual for a
Yeah.
rear wheel
Yeah.
because of the torque.
Now, what also changed, guys?
And you don't do, sorry, but you do a radial lace on this side,
Yeah.
and you would think it would be opposite where the cross would be where the torque is.
It was last year.
So how are they able to do that? What's the
What-
significance in that?
What was with the outer flange increasing, that helped us. That helped. Also, the reason we did it is the cross, since this got wider, it moved this direction, or it was going to interfere with the cassette. Because you know when
You mean like
So you
the,
get a flat
the crossing would actually bring the spoke out enough to
Into the set.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That close. Wow.
That because we actually widened this. So, and the reason this got wider is also the axle went from 15mm to 17. So we were able to actually use a 17mm axle front and back.
Bigger axle, lighter weight wheel.
Now, also one thing you need to know internally, and I'm not